And one of the reasons why it is so important to talk about Abu Hurairah is because he is used by those who reject the Sunnah as one of the main punching bags to reject the Sunnah. You see, you all know there are groups that reject the Sunnah, and they reject it via different mechanisms, okay? Some of them, they reject that Sunnah is a part of Islamic law in the first place, right? They call themselves Quraniyun, Quranists. Of them is the Submitters group here in Arizona, was it, or New Mexico? The Rashad Khalifa, the 19th theory guy, he was one of them. And in the Arab lands, there are small groups. In Pakistan, there are the Parvezi. So you have small groups there. They completely reject the Sunnah as a source of law. Now, this group is always very small because the average Muslim cannot understand how can you reject something coming from the Prophet ﷺ? It's common sense. The one who sent the Quran down to the Prophet ﷺ meant the Prophet ﷺ to be a role model. The Quran is full of the Prophet ﷺ being a role model. So that trend is very minor in the Ummah, and it shall always be minor. It has been around since the beginning of time, and it will be around till Judgment Day. But it is a minuscule trend. Very few people can say, I don't care if the Prophet ﷺ said it. That's blatant kufr. And anybody who believes that I don't have to follow the Prophet ﷺ is not a Muslim, because they have rejected Muhammad Rasulullah. So there's no two ways about it. There's no ifs and ands and buts about it. Anybody who says, I am not obliged to follow An-Nabi, Al-Rasul, Al-Habib, Al-Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, anybody who says this is not a Muslim. You are not a Muslim, because وَمَا آتَاكُمُ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ, because فَلَا وَرَبِّكَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ حَتَّى I mean, you can quote 70 verses of the Quran that command you to obey the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What are you going to do about? So that group is very minuscule.